Hello, hello, ladies, my friends, my partners. I love you all, and this is our monthly conversation. Good. So I guess we are all in the same boat. And the subject today, Sharon, I'll let you introduce it.
Today's subject da-da-da-da, is how are you in these times allowing your self-care practices, the really deep ones, to carry you, to hold you, to walk with you?
That's a question that touches everybody, every one of us. I mean,
Yes.
beyond this Zoom, I mean, everyone. This is a very good question at this time on the planet also. Where are we at in our path, on our path? Yeah. Ha ha ha. Who wants to start?
Well, I'll just start with a little where it came from. So yesterday, so a long time ago, I used to, not that long ago, maybe it's like 2, 3, 4 years. I had a whole rhythm around food preparation, a lot of like fermenting of things. I used to, have my kombucha and my coconut yogurt and all these things I was making. And it took a good amount of rhythm because each of those had, some of them you turned them over in a shorter amount of time, like within 24 hours, some were 3 days, some could go a couple weeks. So it was quite a care, for myself, for my family, for the earth, and for what I wanted to be doing for nourishment on all the levels. And then I really let go of those. They became too much. I had pivoted more to focusing on my business and life. Life was life. So I made yogurt yesterday, and I could
That's good.
feel again return this. Oh my God, this actually isn't effort for me. I know it. My body knows it, and it's here to hold me. It's here to nourish me.
Mm,
And so that's when
powerful.
I was like, oh, maybe we could talk about some version of this tomorrow. So that's where it came from in my world.
I actually like that you said that because the energy is amplifying. We are awake. There are people still awakening.
Close
That's
enough.
that's how type of sleep I had last night. And what happens is that if you have these deep self-care practices and you've developed them even on your journey in the past, you can return back to it. And as you said, your body knows it. Your body is attracted to it. Your body will be grounded and anchored in it. If you do not have deep self-care practices, today is the best day to start. And you just start with one. And then the other most important thing you said is people are getting overwhelmed. There's so much going on, and they let go of some of their wellness routines. I experienced that 3 weeks ago uh, with someone personal, and I don't want any more wellness stuff. I can't handle anymore. I don't want to handle any more vitamins. I don't want any energy clearing. I don't want that. I can't do it all. So what happens is you now can pare down. You can let go of wellness routines that no longer serve you and return back to the ones that did, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's always evolving and shifting and moving and maneuvering and everything. So return back to the ones that you really want to. And you can flip flop. There's no rules. There's no limits. Just flip. You can go back to the ones that feel most aligned and most loving to your body every day.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. I'm sure I'm not the only one. We all are bombarded with emails. But for me, it's about, when you sign up for a masterclass and then you keep receiving stuff from that organization. So my inbox is filled with different things that I don't need. But I keep them because I want to see what is the trend now. you know.
Mm.
And what is interesting is I've followed the trend. Like at some point, it was about autoimmune issues. Get to this masterclass, learn about your autos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then it was about the brain, heart and brain coherence. And then it was about the liver detox. Then it was about the, and I'm like, oh my gosh. If someone wants to be healthy and follows all those trends, you're getting crazy. And I decided to follow a friend of mine, a partner, a business partner, a friend who is doing Ayurveda. And I realized, oh my gosh, if you just to go with what Sharon and Roshni mentioned, if you just follow your mind body connection, if you just maintain your natural process of your body, you don't need, unless you have specific issues with your liver or whatever, just give your body what it needs, your mind body, give them what they need to be healthy, and trust the wisdom of your body. Don't be obsessed with, oh, maybe I should do this for my nose, for my sinuses, for my brain, for my liver, the body is a whole. It's not fragmented, in that sense. And it's the same thing in spirituality. I've been doing Zen for many, 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 many years. And it is just like any other practice. There are moments you fall off, you say in English, you fall off and then you start again. And so my practice has been since January, I've noticed, has been irregular. It's like my little self wants to go through rebellions. I don't know why. And I don't practice every day, but I have noticed that I just need to breathe in a certain way. And that brings me back to, why did you choose to do Zen practice? And then I am back on my practice. you know
Wow.
so it's normal to have up and downs when you practice something, a diet, a regime, whatever. But to remind yourself that your body, your mind body connection is enough. You have learned enough, you have been exposed to so much theory and blah blah. Now trust yourself,
Mhm.
what suits you, and
Ooh,
follow
there
the
you go.
path. Don't try to be touching everything because it's trendy now, and maybe I'm going to miss something if I don't practice this. And you are scattered. And when you're scattered, you're not centered, you're not grounded. And
Yeah.
that's what I say to people who come to me. I said, what I do is wonderful for me. I am not saying this is the only way to get to Rome. We have an expression in French, and I guess in English too. All roads lead to Rome. Pick one that suits your profile and stick to it. Have faith in your practice. Otherwise, it doesn't work, you know. So
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
my experience. Yeah.
So
Well
good.
said. Mm.
Ooh,
You have
so
to
good.
And
tune
choose.
into your
Choose
body.
what, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
And
that could be
find,
a daily thing too, the
How,
tuning in
how do
part. I
you
mean,
tune in? Yes. Like how
yeah.
can we teach that? How do we do that? And I know you're the best person to also speak about this because tuning in is something that requires so many different, maybe some strategy, some self-care practice that helps you to stay centered and focused. And even Vivian
Yeah.
said,
There's a really simple way to tune in that anybody can do. I can teach it to a 6-year-old. And that it's a muscle testing thing. It's the lean technique. It's, where when you're balanced and you ask a question of your body and the answer is yes, your body has a tendency to lean forward. And if the answer is no, it leans back. Now, I always teach people to start by saying, my name is Mary, I go forward. My name is George, I go back. If that's not working, then you know that there's something interfering with your energy. And that's when I always go back, which is how I start my day every day, to I command that my chakras be balanced. I command that I'm connected to the earth. And I command that all energies are here serving me to bring me divine inspiration and cooperation, whatever it is that I feel I need that day. And I command that all energies that are interfering with me leave now, go to the light,
get out of here, whatever. And then I go back and test again, and then always, yes is forward, no is back. And then ask, body, do you want to do some yoga today? Body, would you like to eat an apple? Body, um, does it feel like coffee would be good, or more water, or would you like to go for a walk in nature? And you get that answer so quickly, and it becomes a habit. And when that becomes a habit that you're always asking your body, then it's so easy. There's such a flow to your day. Like you can turn it into, body, do you feel like writing a newsletter today? You know, do you feel like this would be a good day to contact some of your old clients that you haven't talked to in a while? Um, and tune into what not motivates you, but what inspires you, because that inspiration is coming from your soul, from your inner guide, your energy, and that's what's going to ring the truest for the people that you talk to, the people that you communicate with, the people that you send messages out to. They're going to feel that energy, and they're going to tune in to what you're offering. So anyway, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So many things that you guys just shared, and it's like it puts it all together. So the way you were just talking, Mary, it was like a partnership, a friendship between the highest self and the body, right? Where
Ooh.
it's not just, it's not just one or the other, it's a relationship between the two. And I think that's so important. And I was thinking about how when you said, Vivian, the mind body connection is what we need to pay attention to, is that, right? And for me, the things that I've recently done to care for myself in that way is to nurture that relationship between the parts of me, right? Because there's the highest self, and then there is the avatar, right? Which is like the body and the brain or the mind, right? And for me, and probably maybe for a lot of people, maybe everybody, I don't know, you have to compromise. Sometimes your body doesn't want to do what your highest self is like, but you need to do it. And sometimes one priority is higher. Maybe, not that one wins. It's not like a battle, but it's like when there's a true friendship, relationship, positive relationship between those things, it can be like, my body doesn't want that right now. My body needs to rest. Like, I know that my calendar might say I need to have this conversation, but my energy feels like I need to detach for a minute, right? So it's always kind of like a dance. And at the same time, there's a focus in the middle that needs to be pulling us forward. Like what you were saying, Roshni, that like, what's the anchor? How do you ground through all these waves, right? Of everything. And so I've created a few tools for myself. That was what I realized a while ago. I forgot what you were saying. Oh, Roshni, you were saying like once you've done something or experienced it, you can always go back, right? Like in Sharon's rituals, like it's not like you forgot how to make yogurt or, like, it. It was just you flowed into some other direction as you were creating or refining things, giving birth to things, and then you flow back. So one thing that I had done was one section of time when I was really at my, highest or maybe deepest. I don't know how you refer to it. Maybe it's, it's both, right? But I was just feeling good, and I was like clear, and I was on it. So I recorded myself reading aloud my affirmations, my focus, my vision for my life, and recorded it. And I use it when I'm not necessarily feeling. So it's like the anchor that's pulling me forward, even if I'm
Wow.
like, I don't feel like, right. Even today, I was feeling scattered because there's always a lot of different energies in my environment that may not be what I'm trying to do right now. But it's like I need to like get on the anchor. So I just watched a video of myself at my highest, right? So that's one thing. But then in the more physical, I I need I needed more discipline and accountability, because like you said, Vivian, I know what to do on like I know intellectually I understand what I'm supposed to be doing, but I need an anchor to keep myself bound to it. Not bound, but
Hmm. Hmm.
so I made a planner because I was like, I need to pre-plan my days, and I have Google Calendar and I have like a general planner, but it wasn't working for me. Just being honest with myself, like, you don't use it because you hate it, and it's not what you want to write each day. So like, make something that you want to use every day. So I made myself a planner on Canva, and I had it like printed, and my perfect everything I need to check, including like the agenda, my top outcomes, my
There's
energy
a
of the
Virgo
day.
right there. Virgo.
Yes,
So
like people I
good.
want to contact, whether or not like my mind has been fed, my body's been moved, my spirit's aligned, my environment's clear, and I could give myself a score. So I can even be honest. I'm like, you got a 55 today. It's fair, but that's one other thing that I've created as a discipline, and I love it. So it feels like self-care.
That's interesting. You see, all meaning everybody, beyond the Zoom, we all need to develop what suits us. I've heard very great speakers, spiritual masters talk about ask your guardian angel, ask the archangels, ask whatever. I I am open to that, but I don't, it's not my path on that direction, but I'm open to this kind of discourse. But I've noticed something for me is which is true for everybody. 20 years ago, my practice, Zen practice, was different than now. Of course, we all progress on the in the practice. We reach different levels. But I've noticed for me, the morning, I'm not doing like you, Mary, but in a way it is like you because I watch the sun now. It's spring coming, at least for us, finally in Quebec.
Oh.
The sun shining through the window of my bedroom, splashing on the walls, and that moment is for me my meditation time. I don't rush to the altar and meditate here. No, the standard crossing legs and and meditating like this, it works certain time, but you can do it anywhere. Meditation is about clearing your mind to be connected to your true self. That's what is meditation, you know. So the morning now, I take the time just to try to be one with that moment, with the sun splashing, with the birds singing, and just it. And then it's like an inner voice coming, inner voice. We say that, but sometimes it's just a flash. It's not like someone talking. It's telling me, no, don't call this person today. And that's it. It doesn't say that, but I feel it's not the right time to call this person. And I trust it. And that's it, you know? So that's the beauty of even understanding, or we would say in Zen, attaining it. Stop understanding, attain it. In that sense, it's trusting the now. That's it. Trust the moment now. It's not a time issue. It's not a linear thing. It's just a state, if I can phrase it that way. To be in the now is a state of mind. So you just stand there and you hear or open yourself, all your senses, to what you're supposed to know at that moment. you know and that's for me the best time in the morning when it's sunny is to take that moment for that, and my day takes a different rhythm you know
So we're talking about reclamation of what we already know that works. We're talking about
Mm.
trusting yourself and taking time to trust yourself. Not everything, and number three is not everything's an emergency. Your nervous system can't handle that. I know some days can be a little bit cuckoo cray cray, and that's because we live on the 3D plane. It's dense here. But part of the issue with that is the nervous system can't handle this emergency stuff all the time. And I've gone through that. So I'm speaking authentically and truthfully. I go through that as well, but I'm like, that's not an emergency. That's not emergency. Okay, the strawberry rolled under the fridge, and I'm like, oh no, the strawberry. That's not an emergency. But when you have reclaimed, recalibrated with affirmations. Even Mary also said that affirming body, talking to your body, these are like deep practices that you always will know. You won't forget it. Just like riding a bike, right? The muscle is there. We just have to exercise it. And also, just to end up here is, for me, give yourself some space and grace. If you fall off the rails, it's okay. It's all right, because that is because you're human and we're not sitting on top of the hill meditating 24/7. We are doing all the things. And so give yourself some space and grace, and forgive yourself if something doesn't work out in the way, or quickly in the way that you expected, because that's the ego talking. You have to work on a plane of higher level or higher self thinking, that it's okay, and you will get back to it.
May I ask something to all of you? It's a stupid question, but it may help also to reassess how we feel connected. So my question is, how would you explain to someone when you feel connected with your true self? Because Sharon started it, with your deep self. How do you know? The deep self is always here. We know that. It's always in you. But how do you know? It's real intuition, real wisdom, and not the ego things. Nothing wrong with the ego. We need an ego, otherwise we won't be human. But how do you know you're connected, or this decision, that thing you decided to undertake, is real for you? Is that for you? How do you know?
For me, my body tells me. I mean, I get a really strong affirmation, and I can be standing in the grocery store, and I've done it so long that I will even feel that energy of moving forward. Like I don't have to, my body doesn't have to move forward, but I can feel it. This is a yes. It's like your whole, like your internal organs are moving forward. It's just that feeling of yes, of right. And there's a lightness to it, and a joy and an ease to it, that if there's any hesitation or ugh, kind of energy, then that's not what you're, because your higher self is always joy. It's always ease and fun and excitement and beauty and love. And if you're not feeling any of those things, then do something else.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, I would say, going right along with Mary here, it's as if something takes over me, and I'm not the one doing the decision. I'm not the one making the decision. And I can feel this subtle, like, oh, and it feels, going back to this trust. It's a trust in the self, but it's a trust in, oh my God, that, whatever that is, it actually becomes indescribable for me. Because I want to say there's this like soft moment of surrender, or stepping to the side, and just this, yes, you've got me, you've got this. I'm not even gonna try to figure this out, rationalize it, or analyze it. I'm just gonna go, okay, yeah. And the interesting part, I would say sometimes in the moment of following that, I do get put through the fire, like suddenly I'm in making a decision that might not be the usual with people who know me, for example. But I know this decision, like it's guiding me. It's taking me by the hand. I can't really say no to it. I mean, of course I can. And so in those moments, yeah, sometimes I have to be in the fire, but in the fire feels different. And that's how I know. It's like, and I hate this term, you're being tested, because that's not, I just so am not willing to go along with that. But it's more of like, oh, people are like really pushing against this. And that's how I know too, because I'm like, oh, yeah, just ride with this beautiful knowing and wisdom that has such a vaster understanding of time. Going back to time,
Cool.
it lives in deep time.
Ooh,
And so
Cool.
therefore it's somehow, by the grace, by the freaking grace of a much larger universe, it's come over, and whether it grabbed me by the hair or grabbed me by the hand or is behind me pushing me, into this understanding, and it just feels different. I don't react to personal things the same way. And I was just even thinking when you were just sharing about the sun, like your moment with the sun and the birds. And I'm such an earth-based woman, and so I always turn towards nature to show me the way. And when I know that this kind of like deep essence is here with me, it's because I'm not frazzled when, for example, I don't look the same every day because, the birds don't sing the same way every month or every season. And so I know that deeper part of me is willing to be inside of change and not try to cling to like static reality, like the constant, like this is just how it's got to be. It's moving. It's just delicious and indescribable.
Love it.
That's well said. That's well said. Oh yeah, yeah. Who else? I want to be the last one to talk, so go ahead.
I was thinking same that it is not describable. Like you can't necessarily say how you know, but it's undeniable. Like you cannot ignore it. You can ignore it, but it comes costly. It's like it's an opening and it is almost like vacuum like for me. So if that's the way to go, it's pulling me in that way to go. And like you said, Sharon, even if I might not feel like it, like this is clearly where we're going next. So my feet just start moving and I'm like, shit. Like, all right, here we go. Here we go. This is what we're doing now. But it's undeniable and it's just a knowing. Like it's just a knowing.
I love that's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
beautiful. I think, like it's this little, how would I briefly describe it, is that it's a door that's opening and you've opened it and your higher self is like, yep, go that way. And where I feel it is in the décolleté, like up in here and in my gut. So gut instincts, the nervous system, and I feel peaceful. I feel peaceful making the decision, even though the decision might be like, as Sharon said, fire, but I have to do that. And I feel absolutely, and I never go through this part of, not never. I would also say that we have to make sure that we don't use the vocabulary, I should be doing this. I could have been doing that. And no, 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 don't should on yourself. I didn't say shit, I said should. Don't should on yourself. You want to make sure that you are absolutely comfortable in your energy as you step through the door. Is it going to be like a cakewalk? No, probably not, because that's your true path.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Yeah. You know, yeah, I agree with everything you said, all of you, and for me, it's the moment that I have to take a how do you say, to make a decision or to take action in one direction or whatever, is I can feel now not all the time, the difference between my ego and something deeper.
Ooh.
You know, yeah, it's subtle, but it's there. And I can hear, oh, no, I don't want to do that, like the little kid. And at the same time, there's a wave, deeper wave that comes and say, just do it, you know? And it's the moment of peacefulness, deep peacefulness, trust that even if that road, like I am in the city and I'm looking for a place to meet people and I don't know the street and I'm going that direction, whatever. I don't use how do you say, the
GPS.
GPS. Thank you. I refuse. I have to use my brain, my sense of direction. Anyway, and it's okay, when you have this feeling of everything will be fine. And I take the path, even if my little ego is, no, be careful, it's too dark. No, look, that's not the right place. Just the sense of peacefulness, of, as you said, Mary, you feel a little joy. You feel, yeah, it's fine. Just do it. Fine. Like expansion. Then I know. I just go with it. And I've noticed something too, is more and more I listen to that wave of peacefulness or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes we can't describe it, as you said, LaToya. What I've noticed now is when I see a deep sadness, difficulties like on the social media about the war, whatever is happening in that place, 300 people died or whatever. My first reaction now is to send love, to send, we say in Zen, Kwanseom Bosal, we send a Buddha of peacefulness. It's my first
Wow.
reaction because more and more, and it may have happened to you also, girls, more and more you feel connected with humanity on a different level. It's not, oh, I'm glad it didn't happen to me. Oh, no, 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 is I'm sorry, how can I help you? Because you feel bigger than this body. Whatever happens to that person over there, it affects me. So instead of feeling, oh my gosh, 300 kids died, of course it's sad. I'm not saying I'm not sad, but my reaction is different. Peace may be with you. Remember, we love you, you're not alone. Or whatever comes out of me, yeah, you know, in that sense. And I know it's not my ego talking, it's something much deeper because I feel more connected. And yeah, and look at us. We've been together more than 2 years and we trusted each other. We trusted our guts. We trusted that whatever is, so it made us come to that. And for that, I am very grateful, really. Yeah, to all of you.
Yes.
So on that note, we have to close the discussion. And I will start by saying thank you. Thank you, all of you. And thank you, those who listen to us, watch the video, because all together we can make a difference on the planet. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else? Go ahead. Finish. Whatever. Go ahead.
I'm speechless. That felt really, yeah.
Felt good. I had chocolate chip cookie. If I had to dedicate and create my own cookie like recipe to honor what we are, it would have white chocolate, rose petals, a touch of rose essence, vanilla, and pink sprinkles. That's what I would do. I
Oh
don't.
my God. Please make that.
I will.
I
I
want
will
to
try
eat
that.
that.
This is what's coming to me, right? We're talking about higher self. I'm craving like chocolate chip cookies, but with rose petals. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know where I'm gonna get rose petals from, but I'll find it. I will follow my instincts and go to the herbalist and find those rose petals.
Good. Mary and LaToya, a last word from you, ladies.
No, just thank you.
Yeah, just peace, just peace. Yeah, lots of
Good.
joy in this group.
Thank you. See you soon, girls.
See you soon.